The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the October 2nd, Taco Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And, of course, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we get to go check out the circumstance of these markets. We get to go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, and more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. Dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered. Let those fingers do the walking. That means go ahead, send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, if you would, please put radio show question and in the Tiger's Den. Well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, we got the Dow trading up 117 points, 26,769 is the print. S&P's up 3, NASDAQ 100 up 11, Russell's off 10, semis are up 9, Trannies are off 70, New York Stock Exchange down 10 points, Wilshire is up 32. So kind of a mixed bag out there. Mixing up the bag, you've got gold up $16, $15.90 to be exact, 1207.60, has not busted through resistance. We're still inside a trading range. That's right. We're still inside a trading range. If you take a look at light sweet crude at soft quarter, silver is up 21 pennies. She's trading out at 14.72 and leading the charge to the upside. It's Mercado Libre up 17 bucks, a little over 5%. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals is up 2% or $8. Google's up 7 and change. To the downside, you've got Stitch Fix, SFIX off 32%. With about 27 million shares behind that move. That's off $14. Align Technology, that's down about 11 bucks or 3%, a little under 3%. NetEase is off. Tilray is down 9. So we have things to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at out there. Now, the first question that came in was, and I apologize, it came in early this morning. I don't recall. I think it was Ed. I believe it was Ed wrote in, just asked if I could take a look at, give him a long-term projection of the SPYs. So let's go take a look at the SPYs. And you use the magic word long-term. And so, Ed, what we are going to do, and if it's not Ed, I apologize. But what we're going to do is just take a look at a monthly time frame chart for the S&P. This way, you and I can cut out some of the noise that's out here. And if we take a look at going back to March of 2009, which you and I are going to use, is the A to B equals CD tool. This is a tool that I'm going to share with subscribers next Tuesday. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but we had to move that. It's going to be next Tuesday from 5 to 6. By the way, you, Ed, and everybody else that's listening out there is invited. Whether you've been a subscriber to Mastering Probability or not, if you were, because of the new website, it doesn't have that back door, so you, so to speak, so you're able to go ahead and sign up to the Mastering Probability newsletter. 30-day risk-free trial, and you'll learn to master the A to B equals CD pattern. That's one of the patterns. That's a price projection tool. It's one of the patterns that you and I are taking a look at. This goes back, in essence, to really one of the first things that I learned, or was taught, I should say, and then from there went on to my own learning capabilities with regard to this pattern to see what others really didn't see out there. But one of the things that we do know is, as Tom likes to say, the market talks, walks, and squawks. And let me first share with you, Ed, and everybody else out there, that a longer-term chart is always going to have priority seating over the shorter-term frame chart. Shorter time frame chart. You sort of knew what I meant out there. And one of the things that, of course, Tom has taught you and I is you like to see the B point of any A to B equals CD get taken out with conviction. Whether it's wide price spread, you'd sure like to see that, and volume. Well, the swing point, or the B point in this case here for the SPY ed, takes you back to May of 2015. The volume there was 1,892,519,799 shares out there. So the question is, when that was passed, was it passed with volume, confirming an A to B equals CD to the upside? And the answer is, of course it was. It was the month here, this is the candle session, the month of November 2016. If you look in my upper left-hand side, what you will see there is the number printed at 2,073,824,327 shares out there. Now, even though, from my standpoint, with regard to these index ETFs, because there are so many different ETFs out there and mutual funds in which you can trade the SPYs or the diamonds or the this or the that, to a certain extent, you really have to be skeptical with regard to the volume that's there. Today's volume is way different than yesterday's volume. And by yesterday, I'm really not referring to yesterday. I'm referring to long ago or years ago. However, this tool, this volume tool, this works for the individual equities, by and large, for the most part out here. But here's the point. You have a confirmed A to B equals CD inside of the SPY, because volume, in essence, I would be saying would be larger, not less. And this gives you a 1-to-1 price projection of 327.70. That is in the SPY. Is that where price is going to stop in this longer-term move? And the answer is absolutely, make sure we get this clear, absolutely, positively not. The SPYs are headed much, 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 much higher. At 327.70, the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD is not where price will stop. I'm not certain that it's the 1-to-1.272 at 367.60. If you had to pin the tail to my donkey out here, what I'd be telling you is you're looking at 418.35. Yeah, you do the math. Subtract 418 from 292. Tell me what kind of percentage move is still left inside this market, and that's the S&P 500. Well, it's really the SPYs out there. So hopefully that helps you out. Thanks for writing in. Much appreciated. Second question actually comes in, I see here inside the Tiger Den. Our man Z says, tell us all about the Dow Jones Industrial in dollars. Well, which dollars out there? If you're talking about U.S. dollars, well, what we'd be looking at is this chart here. What we'd really like to see for the party to begin is for, well, this is taking a look at the Dow Equity Futures Contract YM. I hope that's okay. Maybe during the break what I'll do is I'll pull up the actual Dow for you. I will do that. But in terms of the Dow Equity Futures Contract here, and the reason I want to show you this is because it just does a better job of being able to take a look at how the equity futures contracts are trading inside the major currencies. So it closed above 26,820 out there. That's the high from a handful of days ago, maybe about a week ago or so. And then this market could just absolutely blister to the upside. Is that I don't know if blister to the upside is the right word. Just simply take off. Just simply go vertical. Kind of vertical like we're seeing the Dow at all-time highs, by the way, in euros, in yen, and in Great British pounds, folks. You think somebody's trying to sell the market? Here's one thing I can guarantee you. It is not those traders, euro, yen, or pounds, and neither should you. Big money is flowing into the U.S. You gotta love it. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary power law vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So, one of the things that I did during the break, I couldn't find one of the charts I was looking for, but really ran across what is the more important chart, and that is just simply the daily time frame for the Dow. Now, here's what we know. In talking about A to B equals CD patterns out here, we know that on the trading session of September 20th that the Dow went up and made the 1.272 A to B equals CD to the upside. And that was in the 26,615 level. That about 2 days later, what formed out there is a bearish three-river evening star pattern. Now, in that case there, what it does for you and I is it sets up a resistance level, and that price being the high of that three-river, it can be a 4 or 5 river, morning star, or evening star, I should say, and that level is 26,769.16. And that's the price point that you're looking for today. If price closes over that, and right now you're at 26,787, so you're just slightly over it, and all you need to be is just slightly over it. If you close over it, it says that old resistance failed, and old resistance now should become new support out here. So that's really the price that I'll be watching in the cash indice for the Dow. So, Mr. Z, I hope all that helps you out. But there ain't a lot of sellers inside of the Dow, and the money is just going to continue to be flowing in to the U.S. stock market. Now, there are problems with traders in the stock market here in the U.S., but they're just traders in our local currency, our dollar. And one of those problems, there are problems out there, one of those problems really comes from the New York Stock Exchange. It's not a huge problem, but it is a problem that needs to be overcome. There's really two battles that are going on. The biggest battle that's going on is for the last almost 30 calendar days, I should say, for almost the entire month of September, the advanced decline oscillator reading has been below zero. And that's not really a great sign for bulls. It's not a sign that says that the New York Stock Exchange is going to fall off the cliff. It is impossible. I know, and that means that maybe it could happen, right? No, it cannot happen not with regard to the concentration of capital that is here in the United States. It's probably why this tool and this indicator during this period of time, which could last for a few years, is somewhat going to be meaningless. That would be like saying, hey, you know, we've got, yesterday we took a look at, I forget who asked about it. We took a look at the old Hindenburg omen, which has virtually been going on for the entire month of September out there. And why hasn't that come to fruition? I would say it's not going to come to fruition, hasn't come to fruition, because the structure is different this time. Is it different this time? You can answer that question and say, absolutely, positively. I guarantee you, if you go back and you take a look at those other Hindenburg omen signals that meant anything, you're not going to see the global flow of capital coming into the U.S. stock market. And there is the offsetting feature of taking a look at this somewhat directionally bearish situation out here. Now, the New York Stock Exchange gets above the zero line, then it's going to be off to the races inside the global market. Is that what you have to wait for? No. You know, the other signal that you should be looking for today, maybe we're going to get it, maybe we're not. Sometimes I feel like a nut, and sometimes I don't. And I don't want to feel like a nut, but what we're taking a look at out here is we're taking a look at the number of issues inside the S&P 500 that are trading above the top of their profile, above resistance, versus the number trading below the bottom of their profile. Therefore, below the bottom, they're below support. So there's your bulls and there's your bulls, there's your bears with regard to stocks out there. As we speak right now, and I'm not going to say at 1:22 in the afternoon, this is the signal. It's really going to be an end of day. But as we speak right now, just to give you an idea, we have a bullish crossover. Why? Because 29.9% of the S&P 500 stocks, 151, are trading above 28.51% of the S&P 500 stocks, which is 144. And if you take a look on this chart out here with regard to those bullish crosses and or bearish crosses, is it something to pay attention to? Well, you can just look at the screen and you can get the answer. Now, this is really good. This has been shifting all morning long, and it may continue to shift or will continue to shift over the coming hours. But come the end of the day, if you've got a bullish crossover there, not that you can't get periods of time where you go back and forth, little jostling. We saw that take place between May 25th and May 31st out there. But if we, in fact, get the crossover, boy, it's a really good signal out there, albeit a lagging style indicator. The other thing that we want to watch for inside the S&P 500 would be what? It would be Stevie's red line. Whereas inside the Dow, it's trading above that level. Let's go take a look at the S&P 500. So you'd really like to get a twofer. You'd really like to see a bullish crossover in the market profile, the TAS market profile, market breadth data. That's a lot to say. And you'd like to see the S&P 500 close over Stevie's green line. Now, I'm going to give you what that number is right now, which is 29.2997. It's going to change by a few pennies or so. So let's just call it 29.30. You're 29.29 right now. And if you close over that, you've got it's back to its bullish mode, meaning you've got a rising price oscillator above zero, which in fact is bullish inside the markets out there. So let's go to our first write-in email question, well, second, I should say, that came in. This one from Robert B. Robert B says, hey, Steve. Hi, Robert. Would you look at West Texas Intermediate and natural gas? Let me know your thoughts on when we are going to hit a top and reverse the current trend. I don't currently have a position either. However, I'm interested in shorting either when they are at or near a top. Thanks for taking my question. Well, my pleasure to take your question. So if we take a look at the November contract for light sweet crude, and I know everybody's a little giddy out there, as Steve takes a little bit more pragmatic look at the charts, and we utilize these tools out here. And so we kind of take somewhat of an objective look. And so, Robert, here's what we know about yesterday. Yesterday could have just been a big blow-off, could have been the end of the move. I know many people out there are saying blasphemy. How can you possibly say that? How can you make that conclusion, Steve-O, by just pulling this chart up? The answer is, what was yesterday? Yesterday was a Tom DeMark TD setup 9 count. Now, does that matter that it was a TD setup 9 count? We'll just draw the arrow. There you go. Well, when the light sweet crude made a top And the top I'm referring to, let's get the cursor out here on the trading day of July 3rd, as simply light sweet crude was just cruising to the upside. That happened to mark a top. Something to think about. In fact, after that top, light sweet crude formed a bottom, Robert, and it did it right here on this day, even though it says it's bullish engulfing and a doji candle out there. Actually, it was on the trading day of July 17th. That happened to be the low inside of that move out there. Now, if we come all the way back here to another time to mark setup 9 count, that was on June 6th out here. That low ended up being tested, but it was rejected, and light sweet crude began moving higher. But the point is that it marked the beginning of the, which is what you were asking me for, the beginning of the end of a move. Now, this doesn't work 100% of the time. And although I can't find the time that it didn't work 100% just yet. Hey, take a look at this TD 9 count. This took place on August 31st. Price moved lower into support, the bottom of its profile. So if you're asking me, is it possible the light sweet crude topped yesterday? The answer is absolutely. Let's go take a look at some profiles for you. We'll get back to this.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Monday, September 24th, TFNN is launching a new updated version of our website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, and starting Monday, you'll be able to experience the new and improved TFNN website. If you're a current subscriber, don't worry, your subscription will be automatically transferred. The new TFNN.com will allow much easier access to all your account and subscription information. Get ready for the new TFNN.com, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Robert, Robert, so the chart that's on my screen right now, if you're watching this on Tiger TV, has got the 1 hour, the 5 hour, the daily, and the weekly set of market profiles out here. And although you're trading below the bottom of the 60-minute profile, maybe there's a pullback to about 74.13. Could even be 73.25 out there. Here's the one thing that's missing, and I'll caution you on the short. Yes, we just took a look at these TD setups, and they certainly are great pausing or reversal points. The one thing that each of these reversal points that you and I just looked at here, the one in June, the one at the high in July, the one at the low in July, the 17th, one of the things that those three had in common were a offsetting Japanese reversal candle, a bullish engulfing at the bottom, or a bull sash candle, bearish engulfing at the top, and a bullish engulfing again at the bottom. We're not going to get a bearish reversal candle today. And so maybe what that really just means for you, Robert, is that light sweet crude is pausing here, and it's going to come back and test either Stevie's green line, that's at 72.78, which happens to right around 72.78, which is also the top of the daily profile out there. So it may just be a pullback to support, whereas it almost sounded like from your email that you wanted to really, take this thing to the woodshed. I don't want you getting taken to the woodshed. If we had a bearish reversal signal as we did in those others, then I'd be more comfortable with the call. I still have the call here that this TD setup 9 count from yesterday has some meaning out there. So just consider that. Think about that out there. You also asked about natural gas out here. And if we take a look at natural gas, the question is which contract? Are we going to go into 2019 and take a look at January? Are we going to stay here in 2010? So which contract out here? Here's what I don't have for you. I don't have a topping signal, and I'm not showing you my Ninja Trader chart. There's not a Tom DeMark setup 9 count. There's nothing, not a zilch, zippo. And if I just simply take a look at what we're looking at here for January in 2018, you're above resistance. 329 was is the current weekly top of its box out there. You're above that. If we go take a look at natural gas, and I look at the November contract out here, you're up above resistance. I don't see anything here in natural gas to signal some type of tradable top out there. Doesn't mean it won't happen. It's just I don't really have the pattern on any time frame. And so I say just keep your powder dry on that one. So thanks for writing in. I hope that helps you out. We have a question from Ruby in the Tigers Den. Ruby wants to take a look at the December contract, I would assume, for wheat out here. So let's go take a look at it. For Ruby, let's go get the TAS profiles if we can. Maybe down here. So see if this will help you. You've got this is up nicely today. And what is it doing? What is it doing? So, Ruby, at this stage here, what you've got is a what looks like a move. Let's just expand the daily time frame chart out here. And, yeah, even though it completed A to B equals CD, let's get rid of that. And it's just trading with inside a range out here. And the range is the bottom of the box at about 502. And the top of the box at 529. So it's still just simply caught in this trading range band. A nice day? Absolutely. But it's really just running into or may run into resistance at that 529 level. That's what you want to be watching for. If price can close above that, then what we can see here is that you would have at least a short-term change in trend. And I would say that because we haven't seen a close above the top of a market profile not since it was in its bullish mode back in July of 2018. So the top of the box, I think, is really critical for you in this trade right here. So if you're in it to win it, just simply watch it as price gets to that 529 mark out there. In fact, we have that going on inside gold. I talked about gold earlier and mentioned that if we take a look at gold, although one of our dentists has found a real good use for one of the tools one of my favorite tools out here, but just take a look at the other tools that we use. If we take a look at the daily contract for gold, so we started the show, yes, it's up, but I don't want it to blow your skirt up, right? Because don't get too caught up into the emotion of, oh my gosh, it's up $17 and everything has changed out there. Nothing has changed inside of Goldilocks, not yet. Nothing can change until it takes out resistance. And right now, the resistance level inside of gold is 1214.50 in terms of U.S. dollars. And if it can do that, then you've got resistance just overhead, about another 15 bucks at 1233.80 out here. So is it performing nicely today as we speak? Yes. But it has not broken through any kind of resistance whatsoever. And so just be careful, be cautious out there. Now, look, gold has performed well in the other currencies, so there is a glimmer of hope. I don't mean to be Debbie Downer. I'm not being Debbie Downer. I just want to make sure that we just always keep things in perspective out here. Now, if we take a look at what gold is doing in yen, great. It's taken out a swing point. It continues to move higher. It's created those lower lows and higher highs out here. It looks beautiful. In the case of euros, gold has moved up nicely. In the case of pounds, it's moved up nicely. In the case of pounds, it's running right into resistance, trading right at resistance. The bottom of its daily box at 927.20 if you're paying for an ounce of silver inside of pound sterling. Here you can see inside of the very left-hand side, you'll see the daily contract for gold. It just so clearly shows you the consolidation pattern that's going on. And we really won't know anything until we see that first pullback of gold in euros and pounds, in my opinion. We can get a pullback and we can get a test of support, wherever that might be. At this stage, I don't have that figured out for you on my screen. And we start to see higher lows. Then we've got something. But then and only then, with gold clearing 1214.50 first and then 1233.80, will we really have anything out there. So, so it's kind of the same kind of pattern that we were looking at to a certain extent with regard to wheat. Ruby's got a sweet tooth. Well, let's go. Who doesn't have a sweet tooth out there? What is your favorite sweet, Ruby? What is it? Because what Ruby wants to do is go take a look at sugar. So let's go take a look at sugar. Let me see here. Sugar. Where is it? Where is it on my screen? Where is it? There we go. Now, is it the October contract? Looks pretty active to me. So if we take a look at sugar out here, and here we've got the 1 hour, the 5 hour, the daily, and the weekly time frame out here. It looks like what sugar is going to do and where it will release some information to you is at about 10:55. So right now you're trading at 10:35. So you got about another 20 cents to the upside. And what I'm focused on there is the 5 hour time frame chart. It's the one, look, on the 1 hour time frame, it's got a nice little V for victory bottom. It's making that 100% move, getting back into the September 25th level there on a 60-minute time frame. So it looks pretty good. But the next level of resistance for it to deal with is this 5 hour profile that formed this morning at about 3:30. And if we turn off price, the March 19 contract, well, that may be different. So let's go take a look at the March 19 contract, H19. Give me 1 second out here. Let me make sure I give you the information that you need. Well, see, that's a different story. A totally different story. Ruby, when we come back from this break, we'll go finish taking a look at this. But I'll take a Butterfinger if you've got one of those handy. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC. The Taz Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the Taz Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the Taz Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the Taz Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So now we've got the March 2019 contract for sugar out here, and it is much sweeter than the 2018 contract that we were looking for. In this case here, Ruby, prices, you'll see nothing but green bars, with the exception of the 16-minute profile that's turned orange, and all that means is that it's trying to form a new profile. Maybe it will over the next hour or so. Maybe it will by 2 o'clock for all I know. But in essence, everything is really trading above resistance. So that is a beauty. So now the question would be, hey, where's this thing going to head to? Perhaps a more difficult question to answer out here. The only thing that, well, it's not the only thing. One of the things that we can do is just, you know, your target, in my opinion, your target would be the prior swing point, which was May of 2018 out here in the 1360 type area. If we just take a look at retracements from that high to the low out here, you're seeing that you're above the 0.382 retracement. Probably for our purposes right now, I should be using a yellow set of indicators because I've got green lines out there that are Taz profile. So that could confuse even me. So let me see if I can change that. Excuse me. I can't change it. I guess I just have to do it on the fly. And the fly. So I'll do that just so that you can snap this picture if you don't already have it out here. And what this says to me while I'm doing this, while I'm playing Mr. Color out here, there we go, is the yellow retracements, is that looks like price should head up to 1275 next and 1327, and then finally that 100% move of 1394. So look, on a weekly basis, you'd like to see this close over the top of that box out there. Let me again pull that off for you, and you can see that that is, well, let me just move the little tool over there so you can actually see it. And that's at 1201. Right now it's trading above it, so it looks pretty good. So I hope that helps you out with, sugar. No sugar tonight in my coffee. All righty. Okay, Mike is long sugar too, so that looks good. Jerry writes in. Jerry wants to take a look at, wants to find a good entry point for TNDM out here. So as we take a look at that chart, let me, Jerry, go over to my other system and put in TNDM. That's a Tandem Diabetes Care. I'm not sure what they do. Not that it matters. And at this stage here, and looking at this, Jerry, what price is doing today is it pulled back to the bottom of its box, actually trading just below that level. I don't know where it's going to end the day, but if you had asked me yesterday, we would have said, you know, take a look at the 36.95 to 35.44 level. The reason we would have said that was because on a weekly basis, that's the point of control. That's the center of the box. It's where both buyers and sellers are comfortable with price. That can be a level of support. It was tested 2 days ago, and that held. Now, if price closes underneath the daily profile of 36.95, it's still questionable, because as long as 35.44 holds, you know, that could be support. The last time price was down here was on the trading day of September 18th. And when it came down, it was with 11.6 million shares. And today, 3.5 million shares so far. So it's pulling back with light volume. But you'd really like to see this kind of prove itself to you, which means you'd like to see it test the low of September 18th, and that would be 35.22. If it blows through that, even if it does with light volume, then I would say your entry point is 29.73 out here. The monthly is absolutely useless to you and I. I want you to go ahead and just sit tight on this. Now, it very much could be at support. We took a look at the daily profile. What we also know is this thing made a high with the typical Rhodes momentum indicator, as is so often something that we see before a market or a stock or a currency or a commodity actually goes ahead and it pulls back. But also has pulled back and it has tested this time to mark setup trend line. That's the red dashed line on my chart. So we know we are at really good support out here. But I just want you to, just sit tight for a day or so and keep watching this equity. Look for some type of reversal. That reversal could be just a bullish reversal candle, which we don't have yet. We know we're trading into support. I just don't know if it's going to hold, even though volume has lightened up, because maybe, just maybe, the better entry price for you is at bottom of that weekly profile at 29.73. So, Jerry, best of luck with that trade. I hope that helps you out. No other questions. Boy, I love getting questions. Did I say that? I love getting questions. Why? It just makes the show go so much smoother, and you help me stay on track out here. Otherwise, I can fall off the tracks. All right, so what else do we want to take a look at? Dow's just taking another leg to the upside, 164, 165. Don't. You know what I'm going to say next, right? Don't short it. Don't short the Dow. Even though I can find signals that say the market should pull back out here, what you can't take on, what you just don't see, what you do see when we take a look at my charts out here, is you just see that you're at all-time highs in all these currencies. Money from around the globe has to be parked somewhere. Has to be parked somewhere. Your role and my role is to try to figure out where it's being parked. You and I can easily do that just by taking a look at some of the worldwide indices just in dollars, right? We know what the Dow is doing in dollars. We know it's right now, it's at a new all-time high. We can just simply go take a look at the global flow of cash just inside U.S. dollars, for those of you that can't do it in the other currencies out there. We can take a look at what's going on in the UK. Not even close to breaking above a trend line. It's so far away from a breakout out there. Well, the ETF series, EWU, is at 33.90. It's probably around 36.50 or so. Maybe it doesn't sound like a lot. Take a look at what's going on in Australia. That's moving lower. That's found resistance. Take a look at Canada, right? Canada out here. Oh, I've got to tell you, those Maple Leafs, they look pretty good. They were just kicking butt over the Red Wings when I watched that game on Friday. Now, albeit I fell asleep, maybe after too many glasses of sake or something. Maybe it was Saturday night. I can't remember. Was it Friday night or Saturday? Either way, Canada's up against resistance. China up far away from resistance. India far away from resistance. Germany traded into resistance. Japan maybe. So that's broken up. The thing is that the money is flowing. It's right in front of us. It is right in front of us. Yep. Okay. Steve, maybe too many questions, but hogs, please. Which contract? Which contract, Ruby? Never too many questions. You know, you can ask as many questions as you want. We just kind of, it's priority seating. If you ask, if you ask, when then we can go take a look at it together. So just tell me what contract it is to pull up for you, and we'll go take a look at it out there. Let me see here. Is it? I would think the lean hogs are October, but I could be wrong. So why don't you just let me know? But if we were to go take a look at October out here, where is it? Is it October? Or is it? Yeah, it's October. If we take a look at October, volume-wise, look like, yeah, it's October. So with regard to lean hogs out here, it's mean and green across the board, right? Can't find anything wrong with it. You got those so-called green shoots everywhere. So where's price headed to? You'd have to say it's headed back to the highs here from February 2012, around 117, here at 114 as we speak right now. We got the Dow, she's up 162, S&P's up 5, NASDAQ 100 up 19. Let's talk about the Russell when we get back from this break. Let's get the you-know-what kicked out of it. The stuffing. We'll bring it back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190. Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
All right, folks, for the 2-minute wrap-up here, Hector writes in and wants to take a look at Snap. And his question is, he wants to know if today is a great bottom signal. Happy Taco Tuesday. Same back at you. No, there's no bottom signal here in Snap. This thing can keep going lower. Of course, it's all-time low. It's trading at 822 right now. Its all-time low was earlier this morning, earlier today at 801, and I don't have any kind of signal whatsoever inside of Snap that today is it. It's below all profiles out there. It's below Stevie's red line. Means you got a falling price oscillator below zero. The soonest this is going to make any kind of turnaround is some type of bullish reversal candle. Second, then, you've got to at least see price trade over close over Stevie's red line at 836, where that's at right now. So, no, I do not see a bottom signal. We take a look at wave counts to the downside. We start out here, wave 7. It's recycled itself, so that's a bummer. In a couple of days, you might get a TD setup 9 count out there. Maybe that will be the sign of a bottom, but I don't see it right now at 1:55 in the afternoon. Best of luck there, and happy Taco Tuesday to you. We had another question come in. This is from Mike L. Mike wants to take a look at Wells Fargo, WFC. The question is, has this made a bottom? He sold it short at 34, so congrats to you. And so it sold short at 34. You got an order to buy. It must not have been 34, because you wouldn't be clapping. No, I don't see a bottom inside of Wells Fargo today either. It looks like this thing is headed to 50.97. That's the monthly bottom of its box out there. If I take a look at Wells Fargo as well, Wells Fargo in a couple days, you might get a Tom DeMark setup 9 count. You might. I don't. I think this thing is headed back even lower than where you're at today. So, but where to exactly? 50.97 is the next target. Could be even lower than that. Folks, thanks so much for being here. Much appreciated. Thanks for all the questions as well. Stay tuned. Your favorite polar bear, David White, he's up next. Tom O'Brien from 3 to 5. And Stevie will be back with you tomorrow on Wonderful Wednesday. Have a great afternoon. Take care.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.